Hey there, I wanted to just shoot this quick video for you because it just occurred to me that there are some things that maybe you don't know, and it would be very remiss of me not to go over them with you just so that you're on the page and you really clearly understand. What I want to talk to you about is alcohol, the substance. So what is it and what does it do to us and our bodies, and why should we care? And if we find that we are in a situation where we're drinking a bit too much, things have got a bit out of hand, we find that maybe we're drinking, half a bottle of wine every night of the week, or at the weekends we're drinking a bit more, or whatever it might be. Why do you need to know? Alcohol is a social drug, and I think we often forget or don't even take in that second word. We hear the social, but we don't hear the drug. So alcohol is a drug. It's a drug just like any other. It is a drug like nicotine. It is a drug like cocaine. It is a drug like heroin. So when we consume alcohol, we are consuming a highly addictive drug. And here's the thing. People get addicted to addictive substances. So some people find that they, over 20 or 30 years, are kind of in a position where they think, I've tried to cut down, I've tried to do this, I've tried to do that, and I'm still stuck. Maybe I have a problem. And they can just come into it because you start drinking after work and you find that it relieves stress, or you think it relieves stress. Maybe you come into it because it's a social thing and you're going out a lot, maybe after work or whatever it is. And down the line you find that you're just doing it and you don't really know why anymore. Or maybe you've had some really bad emotional stuff that's hurt you in your life, and alcohol was there as a kind of prop. Normally what happens is after 20 or 30 years, it's kind of a muddle up between the two. We start drinking for emotional reasons, whether or not there were any emotional issues in the first place. So it is highly addictive. And so what that means in essence is that people do become addicted. If you took any addictive substance often enough, it's highly likely that you would become addicted to it. You hear people saying, oh, we've got a right tolerance for alcohol. Oh, he can take a lot of it and she's a wimp. Well, what they're talking about is having built up a tolerance to a highly addictive, toxic poison. The body doesn't want to build up a tolerance. It doesn't like it. And that is why the young drinker, when a child, teenager, when you first had a drink of alcohol, quite often you will see the child recoil. That's the body saying, this is poison. That's why a youngster, again, when they start drinking, they might vomit. It makes them feel dizzy. Their body doesn't want it inside. It is a poisonous substance that is toxic to the body. Studies globally have shown that the safe level of alcohol to consume to preserve health is 0. None. They're reports that have been produced in the Lancet by Professor Nutt, who was at the time the Chief Medical Officer in the UK. So the safe level of alcohol to consume is 0. Alcohol causes 7 different types of cancer, liver disease, which we probably all know about, Alzheimer's, all kinds of diseases. I read a report recently that said that 10% of deaths in Europe are alcohol related for all adults over 15. That is staggering. And in the Americas, I think it was around 6%. Another study that was produced in the Lancet looked into the harmfulness of different drugs. And it weighed them up against 16 different indicators of harm. Harm to the individual and harm to the others who were around the individual and therefore affected by the drug. So out of 100, heroin scored 55, I believe, in the 50s. Cocaine scored around about 53, and alcohol came out at 72 out of 100 when measured against those 16 different indicators. Alcohol was deemed the most harmful drug on planet Earth, with the safe level to consume as being 0. Of course, the alcohol producers, the trillion-dollar marketing industry do not want me to be telling you this, but this is the truth. And some say, well, red wine, it's really, really good for us. It's wonderful. I need, a couple of glasses of red wine a day, every single day of the week is good for me. Well, no. Red wine has something in it called resveratrol. And that is indeed good for you, but there are other ways to consume it without loading it in with the toxic cancer-causing drug called alcohol as well, or ethanol, as it is chemically called. You find resveratrol in the skin of blueberries and the skin of grapes. Much better for you. Those are the hard facts. Over 3 million people a year die from alcohol-related conditions. And it is estimated that 283 million people in the world have an alcohol problem, which means that they're doing it when they don't want to be doing it, that it causes them emotional issues, like waking up in the morning with guilt, feeling shame, saying things to our loved ones which we wish we hadn't said, or maybe we don't even remember. Those are the kinds of problems that I'm talking about, and those problems affect regular, intelligent, capable, successful, strong-minded women and men are affected by alcohol. But the good news is, if that is you and you're thinking, oh, what she said, that's actually me. I wake up in the morning wishing I hadn't drunk so much the night before. I found myself vomiting in the toilet at 8 a.m. last Sunday morning. I've said things to my loved ones which I regret. I've damaged my relationships and I now want to repair them. And you will, once you've solved this problem and they trust you that it is solved, you can repair those relationships. And the good news is, because the hijacking of the brain of alcohol is largely in our subconscious mind, and largely due to a complete lack of understanding of how the whole conundrum of alcohol works. When you get it, when you see through the alcohol con, when you see through the illusion, and when you understand, you can break free. And the most amazing and wonderful and powerful and inspiring thing is the social secret. And apart from it being a process that I go through with my clients, the social secret is that everything in life is 1,000,000 times better without alcohol in it. So if you're thinking about kicking into touch, the highly addictive, toxic, cancer-causing poison, then I'm right there with you. And I think you will be making one amazing decision for yourself and the people around you.